Welcome everyone to this week's edition of AHSAA TV Weekly. On today's program, we'll catch up with AHSAA High School girls basketball coach Bryant Ginn and his star player Jordan Crook, who has 3 games with 52+ points this season. We'll also talk with Ben Blackman, Enterprise head football coach, who's been named the head coach of Alabama's All-Stars for the next annual Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Football Classic. I've got an interview with JT Lawrence, AHSAA Assistant Director, who oversees the sport of bowling, which has regionals set for this Thursday and Friday. And as always, we'll have highlights from AHSAA Director of Social Media, David Holtzford. We'll be right back with all of that in just a moment.
Retirement planning, investment planning, education planning, ad valorem, blah, 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 blah. Financial planners love to show their version of a perfect retirement, but what about your perfect retirement? At AmFirst Financial, we'll get to know you first, so we can make a plan for the person you'll be years from now, and future you will be glad we planned ahead. So call AmFirst Financial today. You'll thank you later.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school, plus all those memories that are on the line too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Welcome back, everyone, to AHSAA TV Weekly. We are thrilled to welcome to the program today AHSAA girls basketball coach Bryant Ginn and player Jordan Crook. Welcome to the program, guys.
How you doing? Great to be here.
Great. Thanks for being here. Well, first of all, Coach Ginn, I want to congratulate you on your girls basketball program right now at AHSAA High School. You guys have had a tremendous start to the season. Tell us a little bit about the Lady Indians program, and then specifically about that young lady sitting next to you, Jordan.
We've been pretty successful this year, thanks to a lot of great players have rode through our program since I've been here over the last 10 years. So we've had great leaders this season. I think we started off with 17-3 right now, and a lot of it's thanks to Jordan and her teammates. Jordan's an outstanding young woman, great competitor, probably one of the best basketball players I've ever got to see in person. So I mean, there's probably not enough time in the day for me to talk about how good she is and what she's meant for our program. It's our last 5 years. She started for us since the 8th grade, so she's been here a while.
Well, Coach, I know that you are not new to basketball or coaching in the state of Alabama. Your dad, Larry Ginn, is one of the top coaches in AHSAA history, and then also your brother, Todd Ginn, is another outstanding coach. So talk to me a little bit about just that family legacy in coaching in the state and just what that means to you as a coach today.
Yes, ma'am. We are related. It's actually not my dad or my brother. Coach Ginn and my dad were first cousins. I played at Alexandria. Coach Ginn's youngest son, Will, we were about the same age together. So yes, man, getting to play for Coach Ginn was a highlight of my life. Great coach, great competitor, Hall of Fame guy. A lot of the values that are in our program today, from a basketball standpoint, athletics, and a family standpoint, are here because of him. So I try to take everything he's taught me then and translate it to everything we do now.
Well, Jorda, you obviously are experiencing an outstanding season. You've scored over 50 points in at least 3 games this season. In a single game, you've scored those points. But not only basketball, I understand that you are all-state in volleyball, that you are obviously an outstanding basketball player, and that you are a state champion in track. So talk to me a little bit about being a multi-sport athlete and tell me what your favorite sport is.
Volleyball is my favorite sport. I just picked up track last year, the year before that. I won state. Javelin was something new to me. I just tried it that year. Coach Ginn was there for that too. I'm pretty sure volleyball was always going to be my favorite sport. Basketball coming close second, but yeah.
Well, Jorda, you're a senior this year, so tell us about your college plans, and do you plan to pursue athletics in college?
I'm actually on a full-ride scholarship to UAB to play volleyball, and there I plan to pursue my degree in nursing, get a degree in nursing at least, and we'll see what happens from there.
Well, this last question I'll ask to both of you. What do you think is so special about this year's basketball team at AHSAA?
You can go first.
I think our kids, our team chemistry has been good. They're a lot like a family. They'll fight amongst each other, but they got each other's back when we go to play, and that's special to me. Their personalities are fun. They can get me out of a bad mood pretty quick. I've always said this with our teams. These girls will run through a wall. If you ask them to, and that's probably the most memorable part for me. As a coach, they'll do everything you ask them to do, and they'll do it 100%.
I think we have the best work ethic by far of all the teams I've been on, but we've all been really close this year, and I think that's helped us playing wise. But yeah.
Well, we thank you both for being with us today, and we wish you all the best the rest of the season, especially as you look toward the state tournament. But thanks for your time today, and good luck.
Thank you.
Retirement planning, investment planning, education planning, ad valorem, blah, 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 blah. Financial planners love to show their version of a perfect retirement, but what about your perfect retirement? At AmFirst Financial, we'll get to know you first, so we can make a plan for the person you'll be years from now, and future you will be glad we planned ahead. So call AmFirst Financial today. You'll thank you later.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to AHSAA TV Weekly. We are excited to welcome to the program today Enterprise head football coach, Coach Ben Blackman. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, Coach Blackman, we first want to congratulate you on an outstanding 2022 football season there at Enterprise. But what we especially want to talk about today is that you have just recently been named head coach for the Alabama All-Stars in next December's 37th annual Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Football Classic. Tell us what that honor means to you.
Well, it's truly an amazing honor. I'm humbled to be chosen to lead this group of players and coaches on the field against Mississippi in December, which will probably be the last game high school wise these kids ever play in. And to me, I take a lot of pride in that, being able to have that experience with those kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about your football background and maybe some of the coaches and even fellow teammates that inspired you along the way.
Yeah, so I started playing football when I was 7 years old. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I got to play for legendary high school coaches and Spence McCracken and Jimmy Perry at Lee High School. Then went on to play for Larry Blakeney at Troy and started my coaching career at Opelika with Spence McCracken. And my brother Brian's a longtime high school coach. He's retired from the state of Alabama. He's now coaching the college level at UCF. And just I knew I wanted to be a part of the game, and taking paths from Opelika to got my first head coaching job at Greenville High School, and then moved down to Gulf Shores and spent the last 7 years at Spanish Ford before taking the job at Enterprise last year. And good Lord's just blessed me to be around really good people and have people impact my life in a positive way. And that's what I try to do every day with the kids I'm around.
Well, jumping back to coaching in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic, this is not your first rodeo. You've actually coached in this game before. So tell us about that last experience you had as an assistant coach.
Well, I was on Coach Terry Curtis's staff in 2016. Alabama had just lost, I think, 3 straight. And we were able to go in 2016 and put together a squad, and we beat Mississippi and Montgomery in 2016. And it was just a great experience. I still remember the guys that we were coaching with that week, but especially the players that you've watched to go on and have successful college. And now some of them are still playing in the NFL.
Well, have you solidified your coaching staff for next December's game?
I have. We've been putting that together, and our staff is excited. We will be coached by state champion Jeff Kelly. He'll be our offensive coordinator, and our defense coordinator will be Derek Scott out of Foley. And then our other assistants that will be joining will be Jason Massey, Ronnie Jackson, state champion from both of them are from Leroy and Ramsey. And then Trent Taylor out of Andalusia, and Matt Gohagan from Bibb County, and Eric Speakman from Opelika will join us as well. And my scout coach will be John Turner from Enterprise.
Well, it sounds like you have a really solid lineup there, and Alabama's won the last 3 in a row. So, Coach, we just hope that you continue that streak and that we'll win this coming December. But we want to congratulate you on being named to this position and this honor, and we want to thank you for joining us on AHSAA TV Weekly.
Thank you for this opportunity, and I promise you we'll make good on it. We're going to go out and have a great week with these kids and get them to play with a lot of pride for our state.
That's great. Thanks for being with us today.
All right,
and we'll be right back after this on AHSAA TV Weekly.
Retirement planning, investment planning, education planning, ad valorem, blah, 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 blah. Financial planners love to show their version of a perfect retirement, but what about your perfect retirement? At AmFirst Financial, we'll get to know you first, so we can make a plan for the person you'll be years from now, and future you will be glad we planned ahead. So call AmFirst Financial today. You'll thank you later.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to AHSAA TV Weekly. We are so excited to be joined today with AHSAA Assistant Director J.T. Lawrence. Welcome to the program, Coach Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Sure. Well, first of all, let me welcome you to the AHSAA staff. You've only been there a few months. You've had an outstanding coaching career at Billingsley High School, where you also served as athletic director. So tell us a little bit about your background in coaching and then your transition to the High School Athletic Association.
Yeah, so I started coaching in 2001 and coached up until August of this year. Have had the honor of coaching football, basketball, baseball, softball, outdoor track. We had a one-game stint as volleyball coach when the head coach got sick and I had to drive the bus there. So have coached a little bit of everything and have had got to experience some great teams that were super successful and some teams that didn't have that same win success as others, but still hopefully learned what the game can teach them other than just wins and losses.
Well, I understand that another part of your responsibilities there at the association is that you work with the High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association. So tell us a little bit about that organization.
Yeah, so kind of have a dual role here. One is with the Athletic Directors and Coaches Association. Brandon Dean is our director over that organization, and that organization is responsible for the Summer Conference, the Kickoff Classic, the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Games, the North-South competitions. They do all that. And so I work closely with Brandon for those events, just the logistics of them behind the scenes. And there's so many moving parts to that. And just trying to provide our coaches and kids here in the state the opportunity to showcase their skills and talent.
Well, very good. And the main sport that we want to talk about, a sport that you are responsible for there at AHSAA, is bowling. So relatively new sport to the association, but growing rapidly, and some tournaments taking place this week. So talk to us about bowling and how it's grown in popularity recently.
So bowling is new to me, and it's back in the state. It was around a long time ago and then came back in 2016, and has kind of grown ever since then. And it's just becoming more and more popular. I think it gives some kids in schools who may not play your traditional sports the opportunity to represent their schools and their communities in a way that otherwise may not be available to them. And there's, just like with other sports, there's scholarship money to be had there if those kids want to pursue that after school to pay for their college. There's bowling scholarships available to them. The bowling centers, the bowling alleys around the state have kind of embraced it and reached out, and that's helped the sport grow as well. And so hopefully that will continue, and it's not just something that's new and will fade out. We hope to continue that growth for years to come.
So how many high schools around the state have bowling teams currently?
So we're divided into two different groups. We have a 1A through 5A classification for boys and girls, and we have a 6 and 7A classification for boys and girls. And so roughly in that 1A through 5A, you're going to have about 45-ish, give or take, schools that have a team. In the 6 and 7A group, you're going to have about 65-ish schools. And so that's going to be about 45 schools for the boys, and they'll have that same representation for the girls. And that's the same holds true in 6 and 7A. So a little bit more growth, and we could possibly go to a third classification it just depends on how quick it grows.
And I understand it's an exciting week for bowling with some regional tournaments taking place in Tuscaloosa and in Spanish Fort. So tell us a little bit about those tournaments.
Yeah, the regional tournaments are this week. So teams have qualified based on their regular season scores. The top 2 teams from each region, there's 8 regions throughout the state for each division. The top 2 teams from each region qualify for regionals. And then from regionals, it's a 2-day event. They'll bowl 3 traditional games on that first day to get the seeding for the elimination tournament. And then on the second day, they'll bowl best of 7 Baker matches to advance in a single elimination bracket. And then the top 4 teams from each regional will advance to state. So 1A through 5A boys will have 8 teams at state, same for girls, and then the same for 6 and 7A.
And when and where do those state tournaments take place?
State tournament will be the 26th and 27th of this month, and that's going to be in Gadsden at the Alley. The regional tournaments is this Thursday and Friday, the 19th and 20th. The South Regional is going to be held in Spanish Fort at Eastern Shore Lanes, and the North Regional will be held in Tuscaloosa at Shindigs. So we're thankful for those 3 facilities for partnering with us to be able to host these events here in the state.
Well, and I understand that you and others at the association are going to have a very busy few weeks because the bowling championships actually kick off the winter championship season, which includes indoor track, wrestling, and basketball, along with bowling. So a lot going on there at the association. We hope that it all goes so well. Of course, we'll be watching and reporting on all of those championship events, but good luck this weekend coming up with the regional bowling tournaments.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Sure, and thank you for being with us today.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back, everyone, and we have come to that point in our program that everyone loves most of all, Holtzford's Highlights. Special thanks to David Holtzford with AHSAA for compiling these highlights for us. This week we've got some exciting action from basketball and indoor track. The Class 7A Dothan Wolves rolled into last week's boys basketball game at Class 5A powerhouse Eufaula with a 16-3 record. Dothan trailed by 12 after the first quarter, but 6'7" senior Thomas Dowd began dominating inside with his size and skill as Dothan roared back to win 79-61. Dowd finished with 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots to seal the 17th win of the season for the Wolves. McGill-Tulane Catholic High School's Lady Yellow Jackets met Class 6A Area 2 rival Spanish Fort in Mobile and got a big game from Lindsay Cox in a 59-48 win. She had 19 points, going 8 for 8 at the free throw line to pace the win. E.C. Harbaugh added 13 points and Anna Reed McNeese added 10 in the win. McGill-Tulane improved to a 20-4 record on the season and remained undefeated in area play with a 3-0 record following the victory over the Toros. AHSAA, led by one of the nation's leading scorers, senior Jorda Crook, traveled to Calhoun County arch rival Weaver last week in a key Class 3A girls high school basketball battle. Coach Bryant Ginn's star did not disappoint the crowd in attendance. Crook, who scored 50 or more points in the last 3 games this season, had 39 versus the Bearcats, including 17 in the first quarter, as AHSAA improved to 11-1 on the season with 63-25 win. Lindsay Zurchin assisted in the effort, contributing 9 points. The Birmingham Crossplex hosted the Martin Luther King Indoor Track Classic this past Monday, with a large number of AHSAA school teams competing in the annual indoor track event. We pick up the highlights with Braylon Farrington, who played in the 2022 Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic football game, shining in his record sport. He won the 60-meter dash with a time of 6.96 seconds, which ranks among the top 50 in the nation. Next up is St. Paul's Episcopal's Evan Wright, who won the 400-meter dash event with a personal best of 49.63 seconds, which also ranks among the top 50 times this year in the nation. He finished just ahead of John Carroll Catholic sophomore Sebastian Guerrero and Bob Jones senior Jordan Morrison. We got a chance to see Demopolis' Shanidra Richardson in action at the MLK Classic. She's been one of the top sprinters in the nation this season. She wins the 60-meter girls dash with a personal record time of 7.65 seconds. The senior, who recently committed to run at Auburn University, has shown steady progress all season by improving her times each time in her last 3 races. Our last highlight from the MLK Classic at the Crossplex comes from the girls' 400-meter dash race, where another Calera sprinter, Jordan Bray, takes an early lead. However, McGill-Tulin's Abby Felice and Elizabeth Poore make their move late and pass her to take first and second. St. Paul's Emily Miles also squeaked ahead to take third place, and Bray was fourth. Felice won with a time of 2:18.10, and Poore was second at 2:21.69. We thank David Holtzford each week for compiling the AHSAA highlights, and we thank our schools participating in the NFHS Network School Broadcast Program for their excellent work. And that wraps up another exciting week in Alabama high school athletics. We'll see you all right back here, same time, same place next week for even more high school sports action. Thanks for watching.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
There's a lot in life to smile about. Are loose dentures or missing teeth keeping you from enjoying the things you love? Don't miss out on enjoying life's precious moments. You can be you again with affordable mini dental implants. You can smile again, laugh out loud, and have your self-confidence back. Let us help you make it memorable.
I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I need the King Boys.
Don't call two clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them King Boys.